Have you ever felt like you can't eat, can't sleep, can't be, can't focus, all because your significant other has not called or texted in 3 weeks? Is this you? How to get over a breakup. And just before you question my credentials, I have none. So there's that. So how can you follow your dream when you're obsessed about a guy who just disappeared from your life with no notice? What do? So you watch all the videos on YouTube. You watch the videos about attachment theory. So either you're an anxiously attached person, or you're an avoidant person, or you're a securely attached person, or you're one of those combos of avoidant and anxiously attached. And it's just jumbling your brain all to pieces, and you're thinking, yeah, but how does this help me get over a breakup? Well, they say that how you attached in childhood affects how you attach in adulthood. And if you were anxiously attached as a child, that person wasn't there, then you learned one kind of adaptive behavior. If the person, you were brought up with a parent who wasn't there, you adapted in a different way, you adapted in an avoidant way, so now you're avoiding people in your relationships. It's all very valid, and it all doesn't help you when you are going through some kind of a breakup, or you don't even know what's going on, right? There's that. There's Mel Robbins and her let them theory. Actually, it's not really a Mel Robbins theory, but whatever. It's basically the serenity prayer from the AA, but whatever. And then there is the inner child. Actually, I shouldn't have said that about Mel Robbins. I mean, let her. She says it's hers, let her. It's hers. Then there's the inner child wound, the wound of being abandoned as a child. And I'm not making light of this. I mean, inner child theory is, like attachment theory, very valid and very helpful for a lot of people. We were wounded as children, and now the question is, how can we heal that wound by being our own parent to our own little inner child? Little Tsufit didn't get enough of whatever she needed, and now adult Tsufit is being a parent for that Tsufit, whether it's trauma or whatever it is. Okay, so there's that. So you're watching all the videos on that. You're watching the videos about shadow work. What the hell is shadow work? I still don't know, but watching the videos about that. And it's all true. But at the same time, it just doesn't really help you. And then there's the addiction example, where really they're saying you're just really addicted to this person. It's not like you love this person or like this person or anything. You're addicted to this person the way people are addicted to cocaine, right? And the withdrawal is similar to a withdrawal from cocaine. It's that powerful. No wonder you can't do it. But there's still a pain in the pit of your stomach, right? There's still that anxiety in your chest, and you're replaying the highlight reel. You're replaying the first time he kissed you. You're replaying that trip that you took together. You're replaying the trip that you haven't yet taken together that you were supposed to take together, right? You're replaying that time that you snuggled your head on his chest, right? And he made you feel safe. All the best moments. And it hurts. So what do? Well, there's always overeating. That's kind of my go-to, right? You get a pint of Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's and you just go at it. There's gambling. There's smoking. There's drugs. There's addiction, gambling, all those things, right? But they only help for a time. Did I mention overeating? Because, yeah. But that just creates more problems. So what do? Well, you start to question your own narrative. You start to question the story that you're telling yourself. Was he really your significant other? What was so significant about him? the dopamine rush that you felt because he gave you, physical intimacy? Is it the oxytocin withdrawal from the snuggling that you did? My daughter gives cuddle parties, right? You can get that oxytocin from cuddling your friends or your daughters for that matter. But like with cocaine, we feel the withdrawal, or so we've heard. But the truth is, I don't know if he was really that significant to you. And here's one way to find out. Make a list. Make a list, not of the highlight reel, not all the great things that happened, but make a list of all the things he did that bugged you. And I'm talking bugged, bugged you. Make a list of how he let you down. Make a list of when he didn't show up. Make it on your phone or do it old school, pen and paper. I love old school stuff. And ask yourself, is it him that I'm sorry about losing? Or is it the relationship, the addiction? Am I feeling rejected? Am I feeling unchosen? Am I feeling, he didn't choose me. He went back to his exes, or who knows what he's doing, right? Why are you feeling this way? Because here's the truth. Here's the truth. Here is the truth. The truth is that if he had chosen you, if you hadn't felt rejected, but he had chosen you, and he was looking forward to a life with you, you know what you'd be doing? You'd be squirming to try to get out of there. You would. Because he wasn't right. He wasn't there for you. He didn't know how to resolve conflicts. He didn't choose you, right? But even if he did choose you, you know that you'd be looking for a way out. You'd be looking for an exit. So really, the guy did you a favor. You should be grateful to him. Now, I know you're not feeling grateful right now, but he pulled the plug before you had to, and you wouldn't have pulled it right away. You would have tried again. You would have tried to resolve that conflict where he's already proven to you he doesn't know how to do that, right? You're doing the work. He's not doing the work. He did you a favor. It doesn't feel like a favor. It hurts. But he pulled the plug before you got even more attached, right? He pulled the plug before you got even more enmeshed. He pulled the plug before you got even more invested. He pulled the plug before you got more hurt than you're already feeling today. He did you a huge favor. You dodged a bullet. He saved you the even bigger pain that you would have felt if you had had to break up with him in 6 months from now, in a year from now, in 5 years from now, right? Thank you, because you would have tried harder. Now, it still hurts. Let's get real. It still hurts, but it hurts way less now than it would in 2 years from now. And this is true, right? Be kind to your future self. I'm going to say that again. Be kind to your future self. Be good to your future self, right? He pulled the plug. If he didn't, you would have had to pull the plug. But ultimately, this is not the one. This is not the relationship. This is not the guy. This is not the girl. This is not the one. So what do? Keep yourself busy. See friends. Dance. Dancing solves everything, or at least it heals everything. And know that one day, maybe sooner than you think, someone else is going to come into your life. And it's just going to be easy. And it's just going to fit. And you'll still have to do work. But it's going to be work that you're going to both do together. Not just you. Because you got to admit, in this situation, it was just you. So you've created a space for something real. You've created room for someone to come into your life where there wasn't room before because you were obsessed with this person. So relax, and enjoy your life until he or she or whoever it is enters your life, because it's hard to follow that dream when you're obsessing over someone who wasn't meant for you. He didn't choose you, and the truth is you didn't choose him. This is Sufit. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.